Before we go to law of cosides, we said we will see law of sides ambiguous case. In case of law of sides, we may have two solutions, one solution or no solution. Okay. If we have a SSA triangle, then you must subtract one of the angle you find from 180 degrees. What does that mean? I'll tell you via example. So let's get started. I'll solve few examples for you all. Then I'll give you a chance to work on. Oh, this is already solved. Okay. Okay, let's try to solve this. Does the triangle below have two solutions, one solution or no solution? Yeah, we are going to check using law of sides. Let me label this triangle ABC. Okay, and observe here we have SSA. We have SSA combination, right? That's why there is a possibility of having two solutions, one solution or no solution. In case of, let me label this as A, B and C. With reference to angle A, this is going to be our side opposite A. With reference to angle B, this is our side B, and this is our side C. Okay, this is confusing. Let me just erase this. Now we have to use law of sine. Let me write here sine A over A equals sine B over B equals sine C over C, right? So just substitute whatever you have. I don't have the value of angle A and angle B, so just leave sine A over A, but I don't have the value of A as well. Let's see if I have the value of B. I don't have value of angle B, but I have sine B, which is 22. Sine C, which is 71 degrees, and side C is just 90. Yes. We have to use law of sides. Law of sides. Just observe this. We'll go. If we have further questions, we will just discuss that later. Okay. We can't simplify this, but here there is only one unknown, so we can cross multiply and simplify this further. So I'll have 19 times sine B equals sine 71 times 22. Okay, further divide by 19. So you'll have sine B equals sine 71 times 22 over 90. Okay, substitute that in calculator. Sine 71 times 22 over 90. Yes.
So can we not like simplify sine 71 before we do all the before we do all the steps, or do we simplify sine 71 afterwards?
You have to put it in the last step. Don't simplify at all. Actually, you can do here. You don't even have to do this one. I am purposely doing this step because if I were you on the test, I would just do B equals sine inverse. I just put this one in the calculator directly. To avoid any rounding errors, I would just put only at the last step in the calculator directly. I'll just show you what I'll put in calculator. But I want to show that there is no solution, that's why I'm doing it in this manner. I would just put it here like B equals sine inverse of sine 71 times 22 over 90. This is what I would put in calculator. It will give you an error if you put this, because this number is going to be greater than 1. If you want, you can add one more step here and you can try this. You just simplify only this part. you will get about 1.09. If I round up to third decimal, I usually don't round with the last step, so I'm just, even if you round here 1.095, the solution does not exist, because you can't find an inverse, sine inverse, if the number is greater than 1. It has to be between 0 and 1, so therefore this is a case of no solution. Okay, is that clear, guys? So whenever you get a number greater than 1, when you simplify like this and you get a number greater than 1 here, that's when you'll have a case of no solution. Clear? Any questions? So I can't further solve for B. If I can't solve for B, I can't solve for angle A or A. So there is a no solution. This problem has no solution. That's what you will conclude. Let's see the next one. Okay, once again, okay, let's try this problem. As I said previously that there is a possibility of two solutions whenever you have side-side angle. Let's check if this has two solutions, one solutions or no solution. Once again, just use law of sine. Of side A, and this, let me call it as angle B, and this as C. So this is your side A, this is your side C, small c, and this side B. Substitute in formula, side A over A equals side B over B equals side C over C. I don't have angle A, so just put here side A. This one I'll put as small a. I have angle B, which is 59 degrees, and small b, which is 90. Capital C I don't have, so sine C over small c, which is 22. Okay. In this case, I can just start with these two. I can cross multiply and try to get the value of C. Let's try this time. So it's going to be 22 times sine 59 equals 90 times sine C. So further divide by 19 on both sides. This 19 will get crossed out. You'll have 22 times sine 59 over 19, and then you take, to find C, you'll have to do sine inverse, right? So you'll say sine inverse of this whole thing is going to be equals angle C. This is from definition of your inverse trigonometric function. Whenever you have sine A equals some value x, this I'm calling it as x, then A equals sine inverse of this whole thing. So I can say C equals, otherwise you can just simplify this, write all the numbers, and then you can do sine inverse. Okay, but I'm just going to do this one. Put this in calculator to find the angle C. So 22 times sine 59, I'll have to do sine inverse, right? Sine inverse of 22 times sine 59 okay, divided by 19. That gives me 82.983. So angle C is 82.983. Measure of angle C, if you want to say, is 82.983. Right? I have this. Then I can find measure of angle A as well. Measure of angle A equals 180 minus whatever angles we have, 59 minus 82.983. So if I put that in calculator, I will have 180 minus 59 minus 82.983. I get 38.017. That will be our angle E. Okay, further I can find small a using this equation. Side A over A equals side B over B. Okay, side A, that is side of A, that is 38.017 over small a, which I don't have, equals side of 59 over B, which is 90. So let's further simplify this. I need to find A. So cross multiply, you will have A equals 90 times, I'm just directly writing the last step, skipping few steps, 90 times sine of 38.07 over sine 59. Okay, this is 90. So let's substitute this in calculator. So 90 times sine of 38.017 divided by sine 59, that gives us A is 13.652. Okay, this is one solution. Let's see if there is a possibility of getting a second solution. Okay, to see the second solution, you don't have to go to the other part. Just here itself, first angle that you found, C. Already A was given, B was given, sorry. The B was given. The first angle that you found was C. There are two possibilities to get the values of C, because side C is going to be same as side of 180 minus C. Okay, so which means I can write 180 minus C as one more C. I can get another C prime, which is going to be 180 minus the C value that you found, that is 82.983. 82.983. That will give us C prime equals 180 minus 82.983 gives us 97.017. 97.017. If I have C prime, I can also find the A prime. A prime is going to be another possibility of A based on this C prime, which is 180 minus 59 . I'm just writing C prime because the stylus is giving some issue. So just I'll substitute and get the A prime as 180 minus 59 minus C prime, which is 97.017. That gives us 23.983. This is the other possibility of A prime, and based on this you can get a different angle A, different side A as well, because you got A prime as different. So further you have to find for A, that is side A over A, side of A prime over another A value, I'll just call it as A dash, equals side B over B, which is side 59 over 90. Okay, simplify this and you'll get a prime further as cross multiply this, you'll get a prime as 19 a, this is 23.983, so sine of 23.983 times 19 divided by sine of 59, which gives us 9.010. So the other possibility of A dash is, I'm skipping few steps here, but I hope you can simplify this further and get 9.010. Okay. So this was a problem of two solutions. I was able to find two solutions. So whenever I have side angle combination, there is a possibility of getting 1, 2 or no solution. Supposing this angle was like somewhere about, I would have got a negative number here, then I would have just only one solution. Supposing this number was so very large that C dash was somewhere about 120 degrees. So 180 minus 1 or 130 degrees. So C dash was 130 there. If then I'd have got A prime as 180 minus 130 minus 59. Then it would not be possible for us to get another solution. Okay. You'll have either 0, no or 1 solution in case of SSP. Let's see the next slide. The law of cosines. Okay, I'm just going to explain here. You got to memorize these laws of cosines. The law of cosines says that a square equals b square plus c square. A square equals b square plus c square minus 2bc of cos a. Okay, you already know this from, in case of right angle it is just a square equals b square plus c square. But if it is not a right triangle, any other triangle, this will apply. A square equals b square plus c square minus 2bc of cos a. Same way, b square equals a square plus c square minus 2ac of cos b. And c square equals a square plus b square minus 2ab of cos c. Where capital A, B, C are the angles and small a, B, C are the opposite sides with respect to those angles. Okay. In this particular example, I'll just show you one couple of examples. They have given us 12 inches as this particular side small c, and A which is 22 inches with reference to opposite to angle A, and angle B is given as 98 degrees, but the side B I don't have the value as of now. Okay, this one I found later, so let me just erase this. Okay, to start with, they have been given us only this. Whenever they give you AC and angle B, see AC and angle B. AC and angle B is this one. So we have to use this particular equation. We can use any of these three law of cosines to find further the values of small a, small b and small c. Any of these. So based on what is given. So here I have been given these small a, small c and b. So small a, small c and b. So I'll use this particular equation. B square equals a square plus c square minus 2ac times cos b. So let me substitute further. A was 22, so 22 square, and c was 12, so 12 square, minus 2 times of a was 22, c was 12, 2 times ac times cos of b was 98 degrees, so cos 98. Further simplify this, 22 square plus 12 square. Put this whole thing in calculator, but make sure you put proper brackets. Like whenever you try to put this in calculator, make sure you put it as it is. Otherwise you may just end up getting a different b square. So here you'll need a parenthesis for cos, and if you want you can do this as well, another parenthesis. Okay, if you just put this much, you should be able to get b square equals 701.483, and taking square root, we take only the positive value of b, length cannot be negative, so it is 26.486. okay, this small b is 26.4867. So once you get the value of b, you can find the others. Now we can take any of these two sides and find the cos. You can find angle C or angle A. Any one angle we need to find. So here, for example, I started with taking c square equals a square plus b square minus 2ab of cos c. I'm trying to find angle C. So I just substituted here. The c square was 12 square, a square was 22 square, a square was 22 square, and 2 types of ab times cos c. That's 2 types of 22 times 26.486 times cos c. Okay, so further simplify this. 12 square is 144. 12 square is 144 and 22 square is 1185.509, and this part 2ab, that is 2 types of 22.26486 is 1165.384 cos c. Okay, further subtract negative subtract 1185.509 from both sides. You'll get negative 1041.509, and you already have here negative 1165.384. Divide on both sides, you'll get 0.8370. Okay, I'm just trying to keep all the decimals here, that's why I kept 0.893704564.3 equals cos c. And then taking cos inverse of this particular number, I get c equals 26.6570. Okay. Once I have the value of c, I can find the others as well. I have the angle C, I can find angle A, which is going to be 180 minus 98 minus 26.5543, which is going to be 55.433, which I found here. Okay. Let's see some more problems, but before that, let me erase those on the next slide. The next slide will be the last one. Okay, before we work these two problems, I want you to see the how we can rearrange the law of cosines. We already had a square minus b, a square equals b square plus c square. We had this, right? Let me rearrange and rewrite law of cosines. If we are interested in finding the angles, we can if they have given all the sides and they are asking you to find the angles, we can rearrange in this format the law of cosine. We had a square equals b square plus c square minus 2bc of cos a. This was our formula. We can rearrange this. So subtract b square c square on both sides. So you'll have a square minus b square minus c square equals negative 2bc cos a. Right? Now divide by negative 2bc on both sides. You'll have a square minus b square minus c square equals negative 2 divided by negative 2bc equals cos a. So this is a rearranged form of the law of cosine itself. Same way I can rearrange the second one and get this, and third one this. Okay, whenever I just have only the sides of the triangle given, it will be useful to use these. Okay, in this particular problem, they have given only the sides, so I can use that. First, let me solve this case 2, then I'll come back to the case 1, because we just saw that. So always it's helpful to label. Call this as A, this side as and this is your angle C, and this is small c. Okay. Now to find A, the formula is what? Cos A. But before that, remember that a square equals b square plus c square. Here, what was the formula? A square equals b square plus c square minus 2bc of cos A. This is what you are rearranging. You can remember any one of them and try to rearrange real quick. I usually remember this in my mind. So I can write cos A as a square minus b square minus c square over negative 2bc. Okay, this is what I have. So substitute. A was what? A was 37 square minus b was 32 square and c was 24 divided by negative 2 times of b, which was 32, and this was 24. Okay, you got to leave all the all the decimals, or you may get a wrong answer. So you have to keep till the all the decimal points when you simplify. So substitute that in calculator. 37 square minus 32 square minus 24 square divided by negative 2 times 32 and 24. So I get 0.1503. Otherwise you should just keep all the decimals. So you can just say A equals cos inverse of whatever the number you had. Once you simplify that, you will get a number of 0.150390625. 90625. If I do this, I get 81.350 or 81.35. I have angle A equals 81.35. Okay, that will be my angle A. Same way you can find angle B and angle C. I want you all to find angle B and angle C. I'll give you like a couple of minutes. Use this figure, find angle B and angle C. Then we will see this particular problem. So please get started. One of them. Then meanwhile I want you all to just try meanwhile when I complete this B. So B equals what? Angle B is going to be cos inverse of this whole thing, b square minus a square minus c square over negative 2ac. I'm just directly substituting. B was 32. 32 square minus a square was 37 square, and this is 24 square over negative 2 times of AC, which is 37, and this is 24. Okay, let me put this whole thing in calculator. Make sure you use parentheses accurately. So second cos inverse of 32 square times minus 37 square minus 24 square divided by negative 2 times 37 times 24. So that gives me 58.763. B equals 58.763. You can either use this one, or you can use sum of angles in a triangle is 180 and get the angle of C. Angle C can also be found by either this, or you can do 180 minus whatever you found. 180 minus 81.35 minus 58.763. I will get 39.887. Okay. Cos C, no solution. Did you check properly, Coral? Let's do once again. I think you may have missed. C was what? C was 24. So just take 24 square minus A was 37 square and B was 32 square divided by -2 AB. A was 37 and B was 32. So it's 0.767. Cos C is 0.767. If I take cos inverse of 0.767, I get 39.887. So this is the correct answer. You will have solution. Okay. The last problem today that we are going to see is this one, and then we will end for now, and you can continue working asynchronously. On this problem, you can use law of cosines and find the value of A. Okay. There is a possibility either you can use law of cosines or law of sines. It doesn't matter. Okay. There is no hard and fast rule. But law of cosines says that this particular side, okay, this is A. Okay, A square equals B square plus C square. They are just asking us to find this. Minus 2BC of cos A. So just substitute. In place of A, they have this small a, they have this capital A. Okay, let me call this as small a itself so as to not confuse you. So A square equals, these are like your B and C. B, C, capital B and capital C. B square is 52 square plus C square is 16 square minus 2 times of BC. B is 52, C is 16 times cos A, you can put inside parenthesis, it doesn't matter, cos of 115. So just substitute this in calculator to find A square. So 52 square minus plus 16 square minus 2 times of 52 times 16 times cos of 115. So I get 3663.2367, and if I take a square root of that, I'll have A as, I'm just directly writing A here, which is 60.525. Okay, this was somewhere about 3663.2367. Okay, I hope I've worked enough problem on law of cosines. I'll work some more in the next class. I'm left with couple of more slides. I want you all to utilize rest of the class time to work asynchronously on the homework which is there on the hub. We have law of sines worksheet. Just work only the odd problems. So you have rest of the class time for it.